Hello everyone, how are you today? Hopefully all of you are in good condition. Today we will learn about multiplication without regrouping. Please pay attention in order to understand about the lesson.
Multiply 413 with 2. 2 into 3 is 6. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 4 is 8. Product is 826. Another example. Multiply 123 with 3. 3 into 3 is 9. 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into 1 is 3. Answer is 369. One more example. Multiply 324 with 2. 2 into 4 is 8. 2 into 2 is 4. 2 into 3 is 6. Product is 648.
Multiply. Let's find 32 times 3. First, multiply the ones by 3. 2 ones times 3 equals 6 ones. Next, multiply the tens by 3. 3 tens times 3 equals 9 tens. 32 times 3 equals 96. Let's find 21 times 4. First, multiply the ones by 4. 1 1 times 4 equals 4 ones. Next, multiply the tens by 4. 2 tens times 4 equals 8 tens. 21 times 4 equals 84. Let's find 233 times 3. First, multiply the ones by 3. 3 ones times 3 equals 9 ones. Next, multiply the tens by 3. 3 tens times 3 equals 9 tens. Finally, multiply the hundreds by 3. 2 hundreds times 3 equals 6 hundreds. 233 times 3 equals 699. Let's find 341 times 2. First, multiply the ones by 2. 1 1 times 2 equals 2 ones. Next, multiply the tens by 2. 4 tens times 2 equals 8 tens. Finally, multiply the hundreds by 2. 3 hundreds times 2 equals 6 hundreds. 341 times 2 equals 682.
21 times 23. We're going to rewrite that problem vertically, which is up and down. Make sure and line those numbers up. Okay, I would like you to do the first step, which is 3 times 21. Go ahead and pause the video and do that very first step. Okay, let's double check. 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. You should have done that first step. Please double check your answers and make sure that your answer is the same as mine. If not, then rewind that video a little bit and go back and rewatch it. Now we're going to multiply 2 times 21. And we always do the ones place and then the tens place in the same exact order. But before we do that, we need to go and cross out that 3 that's in the ones place because we are done with it. And then you need to put a 0 down in the ones place and put a line through it to signify that you are done with that. You are holding the ones place. That's what that 0 with the line through it means. A lot of your parents probably don't know that. It's something that I just started doing with my kids a few years ago. It prevents you from thinking that that 0 is part of your answer. If you have a number, for example, like 5 times 8, if it ends up in 40, that prevents students from thinking that 0 is already there and they just write the 4, and that's not correct. This is holding the place of the 1, so please make sure you cross it out. Okay, after we crossed out both numbers, now we are going to take this 2 in the tens place and multiply it times 21. Of course, you do 2 times 1 first, which is 2. And then the next step is 2 times 2, which is 4. You're going to put that 4 right next to that 2. Remember, lining those numbers up in their places. Now we're going to add those together. Let me explain a little bit what you're really adding. When we did this 3 times the 21, the 3 is in the ones place. So that means 63 is the ones. And then the 2, which is in the tens place, times the 21, that 2 is in the tens place. Here's the answer to that. And when you have a 2 in the tens place, you really have 20. So that's the answer from just the tens place. Now to find out what this whole answer is, we have to take the ones and add it with the tens. And so that's what we're going to do right now. And I will change colors. 3 plus 0, starting the ones. 3 plus 0 is 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 4 plus nothing is 4. Okay, nice job. All right, let's look at this one. I would like you to copy the problem down vertically. 12 times 33. Go ahead and do the first step. By the first step, I mean take that 3 and multiply it times the 12. Please pause the video. Okay, you should have done the first step. Now let's go correct it. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. That was our first step. Now I would like you to do the very next step. The next step is to cross out that 3 because we're done with it, put a 0 here to hold the place, and put a line through it. Now on your own, I would like you to take that 3 and multiply it times the 12. Please pause the video. When you're ready, push play. Okay, now we're going to take that 3 in the tens place, multiply it times the 2 in the ones place. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now we're going to add up. Remember, we are adding up the ones. Let me show you the ones place and the tens place to see what our total answer is. Okay, 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9, and 3 plus nothing is 3. Okay, we're going to look at that problem we just got through doing. 12 times 33, that's the problem we just did. Okay, I'm going to move forward just a little bit. And we're going to add a number in the hundreds place. And what I have done is I snuck a 2 there in the hundreds place. I've hidden it so you could see that this problem right here is the one that we just got through doing, with one exception. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to reveal the hundreds place, and we are going to work through that problem together. So I'd like you to watch. Okay, the first thing we did was 3 times 2 was 6. And then we did the 3 in the ones place. We're not done with the 3 until it has been multiplied times every digit up on top. So 3 times 1, bring it down as 3. Now we need to do the 3 times the 2 in the hundreds place. 3 times 2 is, and our answer is going to go right down here. 3 times 2 is 6, so we're going to put a 6 there. Okay, this 3 right here has been multiplied times the 2, the 1, and the 2 up above in the order of ones, tens, and hundreds. Now we are done with that 3, so we're going to cross it out. The next step is we need to put a 0 and hold that spot, and you cross it out. And now we're going to do our multiplication. This 3 in the tens place needs to be multiplied times the 2, so 3 times 2 is 6. The answer goes straight down. The next answer is going to go right next door to this 6. 3 times 1 is 3. And now we need to do 3 times 2 is 6. So our answer will go right next to that last one we just did. And we are going to add our tens, which is this row right here, with our hundreds. Let me change colors. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 6 plus nothing is 6. So when we take a triple digit, which is what we just did, let me show you here. This is a triple digit. When we took our triple digit and multiplied it times a double digit right here, it was no different other than each digit down below had to multiply times all 3 places up on top. You still have to put the 0 there to hold the ones place because you're done. Okay, so now let's try another one. Rewrite this problem please on your paper, and let's do it vertically. 321 times 22. Oops, I got distracted here. Let me change this, erase this, and actually I'm not liking that 22, so I'm going to change it because when I talk about it and refer to it, it's kind of confusing. So let me change it to a 3. Okay, so we're going to do times 23. That's what was distracting me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is this 3 is going to get multiplied times the 1, the 2 in the tens place, and the 3 in the hundreds place. So that's step 1. Pause the video and go ahead and do that. Okay, now we're going to check. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 3 in the hundreds place is 9. Okay, so we just did the 3 in the ones place times all the digits up above. Now what we're going to do is we need to cross out that 3 because we're done with it. Save the ones place holder down below and cross it out. And our next step now is to take the 2 and multiply it times these digits, a 1, a 2, and a 3 in the same order that we just did. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2. Do the next step by yourself. Okay, let's check. 2 times 2 is 4. Make sure that your 4 is placed beneath, oops, let me undo that. Let's make sure that your 4 was placed underneath that 9. The last step is 2 times 3. That's right, it's 6. It goes right next door. Now what we need to do, we're out of numbers, so we're going to add those together. And we're going to come back to 3 plus 0 is 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. Write down the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7,383. Okay, let's try another one. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, 324 times 21. Make sure your numbers are lined up. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Okay, the 4 and the 1 is lined up. Those are the ones. And so your first answer is going to go there. Make sure your tens are lined up, and then the hundreds. Okay, so to begin, we're going to do the 1 times the 4, which is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 3 is 3. Now I want you to pause the video and do the next step. Okay, you should have crossed out the 1 in the ones place, put a 0 in the ones place to hold the spot, that's a placeholder, Make sure to put that line through it. And the next step is to take the 2 and multiply it times the 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. And then we're going to take the 2 and multiply it times the 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And now we're going to take this 2 and multiply it times the 3. 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to add these together. 4 plus, I'm going to come back over here. 4 plus 0, I'll grab my pen color, is 4. 2 plus 8 is 10. Put the 0 down, carry that 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8. And 6 plus nothing is 6. So we have 6,804.
That's the lesson for today. Don't forget to study in order to understand more about the lesson. Thank you very much for your attention and keep struggle